Things That Go Boom is distributed by Inkstick Media and PRX. If you want to keep up with us after the show, we're at Inkstick Media on your favorite social media. And if that happens to be Instagram or TikTok, we are also at Go Boom Pod. This episode was reported and produced by Annie Gilbertson. Thank you also and always to the Carnegie Corporation of New York for making this show possible, and to Inkstick supporters, including the Plowshares Fund, Cologne Foundation, and Riva and David Logan Foundation for supporting the independent reporting that powers Things That Go Boom. Bob Littlefield is a fighter.
Yeah, you know, when you see the pictures of Vietnam and you see the helicopters and you'll see a little guy hanging out the side of the helicopter with a machine gun shooting at people, that was me. The good old days. No, not really. Just kidding, yeah.
At 77, Littlefield is still getting into fights, but not with machine guns. Now it's all about politics.
To know me is not necessarily to love me, apparently.
The latest brawl is with a company that wants to expand its headquarters in Scottsdale, Arizona. That's where Littlefield's lived since the 80s.
When they went before the Planning Commission, they basically said, we need 1,895 apartments, which is BS.
It was actually more than 1,900 apartments at this point, plus a previously greenlit 400,000 square foot office building, plus restaurants, retail, and a hotel. The Scottsdale Planning Commission approved it.
But those guys, they'd approve a nuclear waste dump. This thing is so awful, so terrible, that we have to fight.
This company isn't just any company. It's called Axon, and it's one of the biggest names in police tech. They make tasers, body cameras, drones, and AI software. But that is not Littlefield's problem.
Most Scottsdale residents, most Scottsdale voters do not want more apartments. It's too big, too tall, too dense.
That is Littlefield's problem, the apartments. He and his allies polled Scottsdale residents.
And unsurprisingly, this thing was ridiculously unpopular. 70% of the voters we polled were against it. 10% were for, and the other 20% didn't know what day it was.
Now, I can already hear you scoffing. What about affordability, NIMBYism? Well, we'll get to that. But this apartment fight has another story to tell, one about local control and democracy. Littlefield's fight has gone all the way up to the highest levels of Arizona government, from the city council to the state legislature. The governor got involved, and then the former Solicitor General of Arizona.
It becomes my business when they want to say to Scottsdale, hey, you don't get to decide your own future. That's wrong.
So who will get to decide the future? That's today on Things That Go Boom. I'm Lacey Healy. Let's start with what's happening in Scottsdale.
Hey, rides in Phoenix. It is extremely hot, 109. And I got a tank top on, ready to do some interviews.
On the day I arrived, I met Littlefield at the Scottsdale airport. It serves small private planes and corporate jets. Definitely not what I flew. The airport was a former basic training facility for World War II pilots. The fact that it now serves rich people is kind of the Scottsdale stereotype in a nutshell. It's a wealthy suburb of Phoenix. Picture sprawling stucco subdivisions, luxury shopping, hotels, and a preserved adobe mission downtown. It all butts up against a gorgeous swath of open desert. Littlefield likes to show off the airport. He's a pilot, teaches people to fly. Except right now, it's so hot that small planes cannot take off.
See now, for instance, tomorrow, high is going to be 112 degrees. So probably fly tomorrow till noon, but then you'd have to stop.
Littlefield is plenty busy anyway. He's been working for several months to block Axon's development.
I said we have to do something, and I called some people, and we got enough people with a little bit of influence together to form this pack. And that's how it happened. And they picked me to be the president just because I have a lot of visibility because of all the years I've been involved.
And that brings me to the other thing you need to know about Littlefield. He was on Scottsdale City Council until he termed out. Now his wife has his seat, and he's focused on his PAC.
TASE is my political action committee, and I didn't pick the name, okay? I mean, that's not...
What does it stand for?
Taxpayers Against Awful Apartment Zoning Exemptions. I didn't pick it. Our PR guy picked it.
TASE as in taser. Get it? Last year, the PAC started a signature gathering campaign. It needed signatures to put the Axon project on a local ballot, get a referendum. These are not uncommon in Arizona and have been used to block development projects before. It's expensive, and Tase's funders are a big secret. When I asked Littlefield about it, he demurred, looked at me sympathetically as if to say, "Sweetheart, don't you know that this is how politics works in America?" He quickly moved on.
We we collected some money, and then we bought some signature gatherers, but we also used volunteers because people were enraged. We didn't make trouble getting volunteers. People were outraged.
One of the volunteers was a woman named Susan Wood. Here's some clips of her YouTube channel called Protect Scottsdale, which critiques various developments like new parking garages.
I wanted very much to have a parking study. I'm finding most of the shops here do not want the parking garage built, and we want to keep the farmers market where it is.
Wood did not want the Axon apartments.
Are you tired of all the apartments in Scottsdale? That's the speech. And they go, yes. Where do I sign? It was like the easiest petition I ever did.
Libraries, grocery stores, the senior center, signature gatherers fanned out across the city.
There was a lot of drama going on because the Axon people hired people to disrupt us. So I'm walking up to the library. There's supposed to be someone here to sign petitions?
Yeah. We're asking people not to sign.
And these two scruffy-looking guys are standing out there trying to grab the people and tell them not to sign.
No, they all left.
Oh, why? Because I thought they told us to come here.
Because I'm too much.
Why?
I'm extra special.
They were trying to intimidate. That was the goal.
Wood and the volunteers did not give up. They got more than 26,000 signatures and a spot on the 2026 ballot. Once it goes to vote, Littlefield is confident that the referendum will kill Axon's apartments. To him, it is a fight against corporate greed.
It also strikes me it's about who gets to decide what a city looks like.
Yes, very astute. You're right. That's exactly it. Who gets to decide? Does the development community get to decide? Or do the voters and citizens get to decide?
But before Littlefield could go do a victory loop in the sky, Axon hit back.
We don't care what you thought. We're just going to totally wipe out your opposition.